Human life, as in like trees, humans, brain,
Trees
animals,
are not
etc.
human life.
I mean that, not micro.
Trees are not human life.
That's a different topic. They breathe, they feel, they communicate, but
So wait,
different topic.
wait, hold on. Are you saying that trees are human life?
Yeah.
Rip, how's it going?
Yo, what's good?
Do you believe in God?
Yeah, I do, actually, and I'm here to debate you on this topic exactly.
Yeah, sure. And which one do you believe in?
Well, I would rather not say it. I would rather just stick to a topic where I just make you believe in God, in the existence of God, actually.
Well, the only reason I ask is because I don't want to make any unfounded assumptions about the thing that you're talking about. So it's really, really helpful for me to know what kind of thing that you're referring to.
Oh, okay. For this topic, let's say I'm Muslim.
Okay. All right. So what would you say is your most compelling argument that you could give to someone like me?
So, I believe in odds. Do you believe in odds?
In odds? You mean like statistics?
Yeah, mathematical odds. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what it means to believe in them. Like, they are a trustworthy way of
So,
figuring out what's
yeah.
likely to happen in the
Well,
future.
I actually saw a video. Oh, okay, sorry. I actually saw a video of you like before that. By the way, just so you know, I love your videos. You're
I
such
appreciate
a cool guy when it comes to physics. But
So sweet.
I'm just here, to debate like another person. You said not quite a while ago that if I put my hand on the wall, there's a very minimal chance with the quantum things and atoms that my hand phases through.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
Well, what's the chance? May you remind me and the audience what that chance is?
It was like 10 to the 10 to the 35 or something like this. 1 in 10 to the 10 to the
Yeah,
35.
and you pretty much said in that video. By the way, your words. You pretty much said in that video that it's pretty much impossible. So it's close to absolute zero.
I mean, yeah, so the probability is so small that it will never happen on Earth.
Okay, nice. Well, I would like to
At
reverse
least
that.
you would
Do
be
you believe
reasonable in
that
thinking
this
that it would never
world-
happen on Earth. Go ahead.
Yeah. Where were we? Oh yeah. I would like to reverse those odds. So would you say that our Sun, Earth, Mars, Venus, Jupiter, etc., is just a chance that happened?
I don't know what you mean by a chance that it happened. Like, they formed according to the laws of physics.
Yeah,
Now,
like
them
they
being the
form
way they
naturally,
are, yeah, they form naturally. But like, Earth being the size that it is, or Jupiter being the place that it is, like those things, it didn't have to be that way. That's true.
Yeah,
It could
no,
have
it
formed in
didn't.
a whole
But
bunch of different ways.
do you believe there are? Yeah, atoms didn't have to be the smallest thing, but they are.
No, I mean like in our universe, in our galaxy even, there are a lot of different planets, a lot of different solar systems that have different configurations of
I
planets.
do understand, but like,
Okay.
yeah, exactly. But like, the necessities for living are only considered to Earth and not the remaining. Isn't that true?
Only considered to Earth and not what?
To the remaining planets, like as in the life, forming life on Earth.
Did you say the remaining planets?
Okay, sorry, my Wi-Fi is actually kind of bad. I mean, do you think that there's the chance that we are the only planet close? Like, I think I don't know what's the exact number. Sorry if I'm a little bit rusty on that. But they were the only planet that has life on it, human life.
No, I don't think so. Oh, human life? Yeah, well, yeah, human
Yeah.
life. At least
Yeah,
in
you
the
definitely think so,
observable
out of the
universe.
trillions.
I wouldn't be surprised if
Yeah, out
there
of
was
the
no other
trillion
human
and
life in the
trillion.
observable universe. But that's just, I mean, like, we wouldn't call
Nice.
it
Okay.
we wouldn't call it human if it originated on another planet, right?
We can debate on that later, but I'm just like focusing on this thing. Like, how can I say it? A human life, as in a human, eyes, ears, brain, body. That's what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if the other life that is out there is not like us.
Okay. So we're the only ones. That's what basically like trying.
We're the
to
only
lead to.
humans, but that's because we evolved here
Yeah.
and we didn't evolve there. So we're going to be here and they're going
Yeah,
to be
yeah.
there.
Just
Sure.
before I continue, actually, do you believe that we came from the Big Bang, right? Just to be sure.
Not really directly. It's not like a direct
Like
through
life
line.
formed Earth, Sun. That's
Yeah, sure.
okay. If I were to tell you today, I, as a 22-year-old, grabbed a bucket of paint and splashed it on the wall, and that came out as the Mona Lisa, would you believe it?
Probably not, because I know what paint does.
Yeah.
I know how paintings work and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
but let's. Yeah, of course, of course. But if I got the paint and just splashed it randomly on the wall, would you believe that I painted the Mona Lisa?
No, I already said probably not.
Yeah, exactly. So why would I have to believe that the Big Bang made the sun, the moon, the Earth, Mars, Jupiter, etc. Perfect human life, perfect human conditions.
Why do you think that
just
human
in our
life is?
Earth?
Why do you think that it was perfect for human life and not that human life was perfect for Mars and Jupiter and Earth and the sun?
Well, in my religion, we say that everything has a purpose. So
Sure,
the moon being.
but the question that you're asking implies incorrect thinking, right? You're supposing that the goal of the Big Bang was to produce human life. Rather, the Big Bang was a thing, and then human life evolved on the planet in which it could evolve. It didn't evolve in other places.
Well, okay, that's a great way of thinking, but no, I'm not asking about that. I'm asking about if the odds of us being on this Earth
Are you
are
talking
so slim.
specific?
They're close to none.
Are you talking specifically about humans?
Yeah. Specifically about humans.
Because like this is because what you're doing right now is called. Well, okay, it goes by a few names, but like the Texas sharpshooter fallacy would be one example of what you're doing. Like, look, the odds of a planet forming around a relatively warm star at this distance are like 100%, right? The odds of that happening are 100%. Now,
yeah, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the specific needs for human life.
I'm aware. So, like, the odds of like having a planet in the habitable zone, given like like once the Big Bang happens, the odds of having a planet in the habitable zone in 10 billion years is at basically 100%. Now, the fact that it happened here and not 100 light years away is irrelevant. Of course, we were going to find ourselves on the planet where there's life. We couldn't find ourselves on a planet that's not suitable for life because there wouldn't be life there.
No. I'm totally not talking about that. You went way far.
You absolutely are talking about that. Once the Big Bang has, once you've granted that the Big Bang happens, the odds that you end up with a planet that has life or is life permitting is like 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm listening.
So the odds are not low. The odds are very, very high.
For a planet to exist where humans, for a planet with
with life permitting conditions. With life permitting conditions.
Is 100%. But you're saying
it's like 100%.
that in the observable, language difference. In the observable universe, we're the only ones.
We're the only humans.
But you're also saying that it's 100%.
We're the only humans. Now, the odds of I would say that the odds of us being the only
do microbes will now worship God? I don't know.
Now the odds of us being the only life in the observable universe, I think that's basic. That's close to zero. We have good reason now to believe that.
No. I don't mean life in general. I mean like trees.
You mean trees aren't humans? The odds of there being tree-like things on other planets also like 100%.
Human life, as in like trees, humans, brain, animals.
Trees are not human life.
That, not micro.
Trees are not human life.
That's a different topic. They breathe, they feel, they communicate. Different topic.
Wait, hold on. Are you saying that trees are human life?
Yeah. No, part. I'm saying they're part of the human life.
Well, they're not part of human life. They're different. They're trees.
Well, you do need oxygen, right?
Yeah, we can get oxygen. Like just because we depend on trees, and really it's more algae, that doesn't mean that they are human. Human life is like a specific species.
No. I mean a part of a human life. That's what I mean.
I don't know what that means. Look, are you asking what are the odds of there being intelligent life somewhere else?
No, at all. I don't believe in aliens. That's totally different. I mean, like human life, as like me.
Are you asking what are the
talking right
odds of
now.
there being? Are you asking what are the odds of there being intelligent life somewhere in the universe, given the Big Bang happened?
Let me simplify it.
Is that what you're trying to figure out?
For you. I mean, Earth, a different Earth. That's what I mean.
What's special about Earth?
What habiting humans, lives?
Other planets could have other intelligent things on them.
Not intelligence, humans. You're going off course.
What's special about humans? Why humans? What makes a human different from like some other intelligent alien?
Well, we carry a brain. Others don't.
If they're intelligent, they would have some sort of brain equivalent. That's what intelligent means.
You just said there isn't intelligent life outside of Earth in the observable universe.
I didn't say that.
What?
I said
you said
human.
there are no humans.
I said humans aren't the only thing that could in principle be intelligent. Humans are a specific type of life on Earth, but there could be other kinds of life on other planets that are also intelligent.
Okay, so that's let me just understand that. That's basically just from your thing. There's no proof whatsoever.
That's the odds for you. That's what the odds say.
Oh, okay. So you believe in intelligent life?
You believe in odds,
with no
right?
reason.
You believe in odds, right?
I do actually, but I don't believe.
So the odds say that the odds say that there's other intelligent life elsewhere in the universe. Yeah.
Well, we can agree and disagree, but let's stay on the topic of humans. Shall we?
What's special about humans?
Because it's the principle. God created the most sophisticated thing ever, which was our brain.
Who's to say that the brain is the most sophisticated thing ever?
Well, can you give me something else? Your brain comprehends, your brain thinks, your brain feels.
Some other more sophisticated alien brain.
Do you have that alien brain?
The odds are that it exists.
The odds are, but the odds are, if
we
you're
trust
saying
the odds, right?
Purely odds, that we're
you agree on the odds, right?
Right?
You believe in the odds. That's what you said at the beginning.
I'm saying that you believe in the odds.
Do you believe in the odds?
I partially believe in odds.
Oh, you selectively believe in odds? Is that what you're telling me?
It's way different. Complicated, but way different.
Wait, so it's selective. So you just only believe in the odds that align with your worldview?
No, not quite. I'm not selective in anything. I believe in what I comprehend is true. So let me.
We grant that.
Make it for you. Can I like change the way of the question for you? I want to know how you think actually.
Sure.
Yeah. Why don't you believe in God? That's what I want to ask.
Well, it seems like the arguments that people are offering are generally pretty bad, and the arguments against the existence of a God are generally pretty good in my view. So, just on the weight of the evidence that's presented, both for and against, I think that the against view wins.
What do you mean by that? Please elaborate.
Which part?
The part that there are some good arguments and not so good arguments, and why don't you believe in them?
So for example, the argument that you're offering is not so good. It's an example of the Texas sharpshooter fallacy. That's the argument that you're making, and so fallacious arguments are generally non-compelling. On the other hand, there are arguments of the form against the existence of a God that go something like this: if God is the creator of the entirety of the universe, including space, time, and matter, then God is the creator of time, and in particular, God cannot exist in time. Beings that cannot exist in time do not stand in causal relations to anything. Why are you limiting
God? That's what I want to...
Please, I'm in the middle of a sentence. Beings that do not exist in time do not stand in causal relations, and creating something is a causal relation. Therefore, God could not have created the universe. So, I mean, like that's a pretty compelling argument in my view. That kind of atemporality implies the failure. Please, 1 sec. The kind of argument that I just laid out is a kind of argument that basically indicates that beings that exist outside of time are incapable of causing anything. And I find that pretty compelling. So yeah, I mean, like I just gave you two examples. One example of an argument for the existence of God that's bad, and one example of an argument against the existence of God that's good. So it's things like that.
Okay, I would like to stick to another reason. So the reason you don't believe in God is that you believe in math and physics more than, right? So you believe that God cannot exist when time is.
Well, those two things aren't really related, but it's more of like the concept of God kind of is inconsistent with the way that we understand causation.
Why are you limiting God? Why are you limiting God
I don't know
to
what
a
you mean by
time,
limiting
a
God.
place, and
I'm
like
explicitly not putting God in a time and a place. I'm putting God outside of those things by definition.
you're saying that you're saying that God cannot exist in time.
No, I'm saying God cannot exist outside of time.
Why?
Because if he did, he wouldn't be able to cause anything.
What? Wait, that's like you saying that I cannot exist in 2D, but I live in 3D.
I don't think
Is that
that you're
correct?
understanding that. No, I don't understand at all what
You're saying
that has to do with
you're
anything.
saying God cannot live outside of time,
Right.
outside the concept of time.
Well, I mean, time is like a physical thing.
What? Okay, okay, continue.
So God can't exist. God can't exist outside of time, because if God did exist outside of time, then God would not be able to
created
cause
time.
anything, as causes are temporal.
Wait, so you're saying that time applies to God whether he likes it or not?
I'm saying that time applies to causes. And if you're saying that God causes anything, then God can't be outside of time.
But God created time. What's your theory about that?
My
God
point
created time.
is that if you stipulate that God created time, then God must not exist in time, which means that God cannot cause or create anything, because that would imply being in time.
No. That's totally different. You went way far, man.
I think that you're just
saying
not
that God
following.
cannot exist outside of time if he created time, and if he created time, he cannot exist.
What I'm saying is that if God created time, then he must exist outside of time. And if God exists outside of time, then he cannot have created time.
But God is in and outside time. He created that. What do you mean by that?
I know that that's what you believe. What I'm telling you is that it's incoherent.
Let me differentiate for a little bit. Wait. Let me differentiate a little bit. When you're programming a game, for example, and you put the timer, and this timer goes on and on and on. Are you living in that timer or outside that timer?
No, I'm living in my own time.
No.
You're
programming a game.
When I'm programming a game, there's the time in the game, and then there's my time, which is not the time in the game. These are different times. Right? There's my time, which is like the time that I see on a wall.
You're outside the time of the game. That's what I mean.
Yeah, so I'm not saying that God is outside universe time. I'm saying he's outside of time, period. Do you think that God lives in God time?
No, I believe God does whatever he wants and as he wants. So if he wants to live in time, he lives.
It's a thought terminating cliche. Have you thought about that at all, or is it just like
Don't you think?
Or have you thought about this, or are you just like asserting it because you know that you have to in order to maintain your beliefs?
No. I'm basing it on logic. That's what. Okay, that's what I am doing.
So does God exist? If you're saying
God cannot exist outside of time and in time at the same time. Wait, just a second.
Please.
You're saying that God
you're not understanding.
Outside of time and in time at the same time.
No, okay. I'm not saying that. You're not understanding. Do you think that God stands in causal relation with anything?
Explain. I don't know what causal relation means.
So being in causal relation means that a thing is in causal relation with another thing if it is the cause of or is caused by that thing.
No. God is not.
God is not in causal relation.
He is the cause.
No. God is a causal relation is either a cause or an effect.
No, he's neither. He's the cause. He's the main cause of everything.
He's not neither. He is in causal relation with things.
No.
Because he is the cause of things.
He's not
That's what
at the same time.
Oh my God.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Are
you not understanding? So to be in causal relation with something,
I think.
Is to be in causal relation with something is to
being
either
the effect or cause of.
Be the effect of something or be the cause of something. Doesn't have to be both. It can be one or the other. So do you think that God is in causal relation with anything? Do you think that God is in causal relation with anything?
I believe that he is above that.
Okay, so you don't think that God caused anything. So then you don't think that God caused anything?
No, I believe God caused
Okay,
something.
if God caused something, then God stands in causal relation. If God caused something, then God stands in causal relation with something.
Do you mean he's dependent on that or what?
No, he just has a causal relationship with something.
I believe God is the cause of things.
I understand, and that means that he has a causal relationship with something. In particular, in your view, with the universe.
I want to see where you go with this.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to see where you go with this. Continue.
If God stands in causal relation with anything, then that means that God exists in time, as causal relations are temporal relations. Causes are either simultaneous with or prior to their effects.
So you're limiting God, who can.
I'm not limiting God. That's just what it means to be a cause.
Let me tell you something. Why are you limiting my options to two? Can he be both at the same time?
No, then it's a contradiction. He can't be in causal relation with at least one thing, and also not in causal relation with anything.
Can have two electrons at the same time in different places, but God can't. The creator of that.
I'm sorry. I don't think that you're understanding quantum mechanics. No, you're just describing a true contradiction for God.
What? How?
So, are you saying, on the one hand, you're saying that God stands in causal relation with at least one thing, the universe. On the other hand, you're saying that God doesn't stand in causal relation with at least one thing.
You're limiting my options. God is above that.
This is a true dichotomy. This is a true dichotomy. This is, of course, your options are limited. Either God is something or God is not that something.
But God isn't limited. How are you telling me to limit God by two things when God isn't limited by anything?
I'm sorry. Does God exist within a logical framework? Or does God just reject true dichotomies?
It's beyond your logic and my logic.
So you're telling me God is
it's
illogical?
Beyond your logic and my logic.
So God is illogical?
No, I'm telling you that God is endless.
Is God logical?
He doesn't have a time, he doesn't have a beginning, he doesn't have a start, he doesn't have a middle.
Is God logical? Does God
what do you mean by logical?
in a logical framework? Does God exist in a logical framework?
Please elaborate.
Does God exist in a logical framework?
What does that mean?
As in, does God...
What does that mean? I'm telling you.
I'm answering. Does God... can God make contradictions true?
Yes.
Oh. Really?
You mean contradictions like not and yes. Wait, you mean like contradictions like the Pinocchio one?
I mean contradictions like, can God lift a rock so heavy that can God make a rock so heavy that he can't lift it?
That is a contradiction to, okay,
Yeah.
I've heard that before.
Right.
So let me explain it by this.
So what's the answer? You said God can make contradictions true, so you should be able to answer the question.
Yeah, can I answer it in a different way? But I need your help with that.
I mean, your answers will be something like, yes, he can, because, no, he can't, because, maybe, because, or I don't know.
No.
Those are kind of your four options here, right?
I need your help with that. I need your help. I'm not on the same education level, as you can tell, but I'm trying. Okay?
Okay, so what help do you need?
Okay. Please explain to me the difference between fourth dimensional and third dimensional. What was the difference between that?
I don't understand what this question has to do with anything. How is this going to help you answer the question?
We live in the 3D world, correct?
We live in a world with 4 dimensions of space, with 4 space-time dimensions. So there's 3 dimensions of space, 1 dimension of time. Now, please answer the question.
Yeah. No, I'm getting up to that point. So we live in a 4-dimensional world, you're saying, with time included.
Yes.
So if I were to go above that, mathematically it's true.
Is that a question? What's the question? You can describe more dimensions. You can absolutely describe more dimensions than 4 with mathematics. There's no issue there.
A little bit of flag. I can't hear you well. Wait, a little bit of flag. I can't hear you. Please say that again.
You can absolutely describe more than 4 dimensions with mathematics.
Perfect. Then Why can't God be above those? That's
What
what
does
I'm
that
trying
have to
say.
do with my
That's
question?
what I'm trying to conclude with you.
What does that have to do with my question?
Well, your question is contradictions are limited to us humans. If we say yes
I'm sorry,
or no,
I
there's no
didn't. That's not
between,
my
there's no
question.
side up, there is no up, there is no down.
That's not my question. You said that God can make contradictions true. And so I asked you a
Can God
question.
create, contradictions? Yeah.
And so I asked you a question. Can God create a rock so heavy that he can't lift it?
The thing is, you can't answer with yes or no because God isn't limited. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You can't answer with a simple
You're
yes.
not God.
You can answer with a
You
simple
can
no.
answer with yes or
There's
no.
multiple answers for that.
You're not God. You can answer with yes or no.
No.
This is a yes
I
or no
can't
question.
answer a question about God if I'm not God.
Okay, so then your answer is I don't know?
No. It's out of. It's way different.
So your answer is I don't know.
Huh?
So your answer to the question is I don't know.
I didn't say that. I said God exists
Can you be honest
beyond
with me?
our thinking.
Rather than like trying
You're
to like
thinking.
rather than trying to like evade and like dodge the debate, just be honest and answer the question. Like you can say I don't know. You can say yeah, I didn't think about that. Maybe God doesn't. Maybe God can't make contradictions true. Just be honest.
No. I am being honest. Man,
No, you're not.
it's a
You're
different
dodging the
education
question.
level. I'll tell you that again.
You're dodging the question. You're not being honest.
I'm not dodging the question.
You absolutely are. This is a
It's like,
yes or no
it's like
question.
you're asking me.
This is a yes or no question, and you're saying that there's a third option.
Huh?
This is a yes or no question, and you're saying that, oh, I can't
There
answer
is.
that about
No,
God.
there are multiple options.
Okay,
I'm
what's
saying,
the third
yes or
option
no.
then? What's the third option?
I'm saying the yes or no questions. Huh?
What's the
The
third
third
option?
option is God exists beyond those things. We created limits.
That's not an answer to the
For
question.
ourselves.
How is that an answer? How does that answer my
we limit
question?
our answers by yes or no. Is God?
How does that
God
answer my
yes?
question? How does any
That
of that
answers
answer
the
my
question. You're
question?
saying
Look,
can
I want to know if
make
God can do
contradictions
this.
true,
Does
but
God have the power to
can
do this?
and cannot at the same.
Does God have the power to do it? Yes or no?
God can do anything. I will move on.
So you're
with
saying
you.
he does
For
have the
sake of
power to do
debate,
it?
I'll move on with you.
Okay,
God
so he
can do
does.
everything.
So he has the power to do it.
Yeah,
He has the power to make a rock so heavy that he can't lift it.
he has the power to do everything.
Okay, so he has this power. So hypothetically, then God could make this rock that's so heavy he can't lift it.
But you're contradicting. Wait, that's a contradiction. You're asking me a contradictory question, and I'm supposed
You're right.
to answer by yes or no. How is that true?
You're right. It is a contradictory question,
Yeah.
and the only reason I asked is because you said God could make contradictions true.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only reason I asked. And if you think God can make contradictions true,
God
then you need to answer that question.
Yeah, you're
Right.
right.
So then,
Right.
so imagine the hypothetical. God has now constructed a rock that's so heavy even he cannot lift it. Can he lift it?
I've heard that before. So
What's the answer?
You can continue.
What's the answer? Can he lift it?
The answer is you're thinking of a human, like you're thinking in a way that human thinks, not
I'm thinking
God.
of a God.
God, I'm trying to tell you that God exists beyond time, beyond what we think, beyond
That's
what we
irrelevant.
understand
Can God
about the
lift the
universe.
rock?
God lives beyond that.
Can God lift the rock?
What? Sorry?
Can God lift the rock that he made that's so heavy he can't lift it?
God can do it. No. You're going back to the same point, man. You're going back to the same point. What I'm trying to tell you is that God lives beyond what we think as yes or no questions.
So Rip, I'm not going back to the same point. I'm staying at the same point and not letting you dodge your way out of it. Answer the question.
No. It's not dodging. It's not dodging if I already answered.
So can God lift it?
God lives beyond what we think.
Can God lift the rock?
God
the rock is in front.
Outside our
look, the
understanding.
rock is in front of God. Can he lift it?
The one that you contradicted yourself.
No,
right?
I didn't contradict myself. So God made a rock that's so heavy he can't lift it. Now, can he lift it?
God can do. I'm trying to explain to you. God can do everything. That's
Okay,
what I'm trying to say.
does that include lifting the rock?
Limited by what you contradict.
Does that include lifting the rock that he can't lift?
Wait. You're thinking of a human.
I'm not thinking of a human. Does that include answering the question? Does that? Wait a minute. Hold on. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Does that include so you say God can do everything. Does that include being able to lift a rock that he can't lift?
So I'm gonna answer that in a very simple way. God can create that, and God can lift the rock at the same time.
Okay, so then
That's what I'm
but
trying
wait
to
a
say.
minute. If he can lift it,
So God
that means
is
that he
not limited
didn't.
by what you contradict yourself.
But I'm
So
confused now.
let me space it out for you.
No, hold on, Rip. So I'm confused now because you said God could lift it, but you also said that God could make a rock that he couldn't lift. So which one is it?
Yeah, he can do that at the same time. Yes.
So he can lift
He
it
can do
and
that at the
also
same
not
time.
be able
That's
to
what
lift
you're
it,
at.
is what you're telling me.
No. He can make it and lift it at the same time.
Well, how can he lift it if it doesn't exist yet?
Both, bro. It's
So
yeah.
so
I'll tell you.
what you're telling me? Wait a minute. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Can God answer this?
Let me just say something.
Can God answer this question in a thoughtful and clear way?
Not that you would understand, but if he wanted you to understand, yes.
Oh, so he doesn't have the power to do that? He doesn't have the power to answer in a thoughtful. Okay. So he can. Can you do it? Can you answer the question in a thoughtful and clear way?
I can simplify for you, not answer by yes or no.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. So let me go back to the thing. If you make a program, just to be clear, if you make a program of a character that worships you, let me simplify for that. So he tells you, if I wanna be able to have my faith in you, can you make a rock in the game that you can lift? What would your answer be?
So if I'm the computer programmer, I don't even think
you got stuck now.
No, I'm literally answering your question. If I'm I'm the computer programmer in this example. Is that correct?
Yeah, you're the one sitting behind the desk. You're the one just tapping your keyboard.
No, kind of by construction,
and your character somehow gets consciousness.
So wait a minute. So by construction, I can't lift the rock.
In the program. I'm saying strictly in the program, not outside world.
So yeah, then I can't lift the rock because the rock is like an abstract thing in the program, and I can't interact with it directly.
No. You see, you're running away now. I'm telling you.
How is that running away? I'm just answering your question. The answer is no. I can't lift it because I'm outside the program.
Huh?
Wait, so hold on. So why are we talking about?
You can create a rock.
I can create a rock. I'm a programmer. I can create a rock. Yes, I agree. Then what?
Exactly. Can you create a rock so heavy that you can't lift?
Well, I can't lift any rocks in the program because I'm not in the program.
Oh, you're begging the question now. Listen.
How is that? Do you know what that means?
It's very simple.
Do you know what begging the question means?
The guy tells you, if I want to believe in you, huh?
Do you know what begging the question means?
Yeah. Going on and on and on in your way.
That's literally not what begging the question means. Begging the question means that you're assuming what you want to be true is true. That's what begging the question means.
Exactly. So you're saying that you can't interact with it directly, but I'm telling you, you're the programmer. You can move the rock anyhow you want.
Wait a minute.
And you can create and
now
the guy that you created.
Are we talking about lifting a rock? Are we talking about lifting a rock, or are we talking about like programming in the rock to be in a different place? Because yeah, I could definitely program the rock to be in a different place. I can't lift the rock because the rock is not a physical thing, and I'm a physical person. I can't like reach into a program and lift something. It doesn't even make sense.
You can move it in the game. Wait. You can move it in the game.
I can program it to be in a different place.
Yes or no?
Yeah, I can like program it to be in a different place.
Oh no! That is whoa! You went way off, man. Just understand what I'm trying to say. There's a guy who tells you, can you program a rock so big that you can move it to a different place? Let me simplify about that.
Oh no, I can't do that. I could move every rock.
You can move every rock, but you can't create a rock that's so big that you can't move.
No, I couldn't do that. I wouldn't know how to. I wouldn't know how to program something that's so that its mass
then how would you convince,
like controls how like difficult it is to program it to move. Well, I'm not concerned with that.
No, man, please. I understand what you're trying to do. Just
I don't think you do.
You want to
I don't think
convince
you
this
understand
guy
what you're trying to do.
Wait. Hello?
I'm here.
Wait, the internet is kind of slow. Just hang on a sec.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. My internet is kind of slow. Okay, I'm back. So where were we? Yeah, the guy. How would you convince the guy to have faith in you that you built him or you created him? How would you do that?
So I programmed him, right?
Yeah, you programmed him. He doesn't know that. He gets consciousness, and now he starts.
I would just program him with the belief that he exists, or that I exist rather, and that I created him.
Oh, so now he doesn't have. So now he doesn't have.
But I'm sorry, hold on, Rip. This seems completely
this
seems completely unrelated to the question of can God create a rock so heavy that he can't lift it?
No, that
it seems like a dodge.
Related. I'm just.
How is it related?
So you know how ridiculous the question is. The question doesn't make any sense.
The question's unrelated to.
Can you climb this wall, but you're not allowed to reach the top?
Rip. The question is doesn't have anything to do with convincing anybody about anything. The question is merely, if it's the case that God can make contradictions true, then that means that God should be able to do this thing that he also shouldn't be able to do. Do you understand? You can unmute now. God, there was so much nice peace and quiet for a second there.
Okay, so I got offended by that. Continue.
Did you hear what I said?
Is that how you treat every guest?
Only when you're talking over me so much that I can't even get a sentence out. Yeah.
Nah, man. It's very straightforward. You program. You have to make that guy believe in you. He asked the contradictory question that you're asking. It doesn't make sense. I'm not waiting for an answer.
Oh, okay.
I'm not waiting for a yes or no answer. I'm not waiting for that.
I don't know. I understand. So, yeah. So if I'm the programmer,
let me complete my point.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me finish my point first.
Sure, go ahead.
So I'm trying to give you the big picture that the question itself doesn't make any sense. It's not a matter of yes or no question because you know that you created him, but he throws at you a contradiction that you have to answer within his limits because he can't physically understand what you're doing. Us as humans are limited by our brains. You know that, right? That's the only way of thinking for us. Yes or no?
Are you done with your point?
No, I'm not done. I'm asking you. You know that we have.
No, I'm sorry. You said let me make my point, and I said okay. And then once you're done with your point, I'm going to make the point that I was going to make before you wanted to finish making your point.
I'm
right?
done with my point. You can go
so
ahead.
Look,
I want to hear what you have to say.
It sounds like what you're saying is imagine that there's me and imagine that our universe is programmed by a programmer, right? You call that programmer God. I might call it Jeff or whatever. But the point is imagine that our universe is programmed. Well, look, so if the programmer wanted us to believe that programmer made the universe, then he could have just programmed us with that belief. He did make us after all. However,
that's definitely true.
He could definitely just do that. However, say he didn't do that and some other NPC was trying to convince the NPC that's me that, there is a programmer. If that NPC that was trying to convince me said, "Oh, the programmer doesn't have to obey logic," then I would say that if that NPC that was trying to do the convincing made that argument, I would say that they made a horrible argument and that nobody should believe it on that basis. Because of course the programmer obeys logic. Of course it does. And if you say otherwise, well then it seems like that I shouldn't take your argument seriously.
Wait, he chooses to obey logic.
I'm sorry, so if we're talking about a real computer program, then yes, of course the programmer obeys logic. Like, of course, obviously.
But not according to what he programs. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
I don't know what that means. What do you mean not? Like, look, can he make false things true and false at the same, or can he make things true and false at the same time? Of course he can.
Outside of your understanding, yes. Outside of what you can see.
No, he just can't, period.
By
he
your
just
brain.
Can't, period.
That is the whole point.
If you're suggesting that something doesn't...
No, of course
if you're suggesting that something...
That is not true.
You're having a hard time interrupting, I understand. if you're suggesting that the being that you want me to believe in is fundamentally illogical, I'm sorry, that's not going to be compelling.
Yeah, sorry, the little bit of something. Please say the last part again. I got all of it.
If the being that you are trying to convince me of is fundamentally illogical, you're going to have a real hard time convincing me to believe in it.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah,
it's going to convince nobody it's going to convince nobody if your argument is, oh well, all of your arguments don't work because my God is illogical. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not going to believe in illogical things.
No, okay. At that point, that's where you stop. Sorry, like that's where you stop thinking. God, wait, do you believe that God is beyond our thinking? Yes or no?
There might be some things that like we can't conceptualize, but I don't think that I don't think that if he exists, he can make contradictions true.
Wait, sorry, lag. Say that again, please.
If he exists, I don't think that he can make contradictions true.
But he's beyond your understanding, and you don't believe he can make something true.
Yeah, I don't think he can make contradictions true.
Wow. Okay. I don't know what to say about that. That is absolutely something. I don't know what to say about that. You're thinking in a way.
Do you think that he can make him? Do you think that he can make himself exist? Sorry. Do you think that he can make himself not exist? While also existing, I should say.
Please elaborate.
Yeah. Could God make atheism true?
If he wanted, yes.
And then would theism
beyond
be
your
true?
understanding and my understanding?
Would theism still be true?
Hello?
Would theism still be true?
Hello?
Would theism still be true?
If God wants it to be true, yes.
So what you're telling me is that God could make atheism and theism true at the same time?
Please repeat that again.
Can God make atheism true and theism true at the same time?
If he wanted, yes, beyond your and my understanding.
Suppose that he did. What would that look like?
I don't know. You should ask him. Maybe that's not something.
So how do you know he can do it then? Because I'm asking you to debate it.
Because he is the Almighty God. I believe that God created the heavens, the earth,
I know that
everything
you believe
in between.
I know that you believe that.
And he is capable of all things beyond my understanding.
I'm aware that you have the thought-terminating cliche of he can do anything, even if it's illogical. I know you have that thought-terminating cliche. I'm asking you to think about this, like actually think about this, right? What would it mean if atheism is true?
Wait, can you please tell me what's that?
What would it mean if atheism is true?
Cliche, something.
Thought-terminating cliche is something that you tell yourself or tell others when you don't want to think hard about something.
That is bombardical. That is absolutely not true.
Okay, so then think hard about this. If God were to make atheism true while also keeping theism true, what would that look like? Would God exist?
That is a contradiction, but
you said that he could do it.
He would exist beyond you and my understanding.
Right. So if he exists,
let me put it in this way for you. So maybe you understand.
If he exists, then
let's say you have a
atheism.
son. Let's say you have a son who's 5 years old.
If he exists, then atheism is not true. So then it seems like he can't make atheism true while also keeping theism true.
That's in your way of thinking.
That's just what the word means. This is not my way of thinking. It's just what the word means.
That's your way of thinking. No. Yeah,
this isn't just my way of thinking. It's just what the word means.
Isn't that true?
And so I'm asking, can God make atheism true in the sense that we mean it?
Humans have limits. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Rip, I'm asking, can God make atheism true in the way that humans mean it, while simultaneously making theism true in the way that humans mean it.
Yes, beyond you and my understanding.
So then atheism in the way that humans mean it would be true?
Please say that again.
Atheism in the way that humans mean it would be true if he were to do this then, yeah?
Yeah.
And what does it mean when atheism is true in the way that humans mean it?
Yeah.
That-
Both at the same time.
So if atheism is true, it means that God does not exist, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
That's your understanding.
Yes, and the question was, can God make atheism true in the way that humans understand it, in the way that humans mean it? And so you said yes, God can make it.
If you don't think wait.
You said that God can make atheism true in the way that humans mean it.
What you're saying. Wait. I think I've grasped what you're saying, but let me answer your question with something else. You have a 5-year-old son.
Oh my God. No, I'm not going to let you pivot. I'm sorry. We were going down a line of questioning. I'm not going to let you interrupt. No. I'm sorry. I'm not going to let you interrupt. We can think about your line of questioning after we're done with mine, but I'm not going to let you completely pivot. You can't answer questions with questions. That's not an answer. That's just another question.
That's what I'm trying to tell you all this time. God isn't subjected by yes or no questions or answers.
I'm not asking God them. I'm asking you them. So look, what it sounds like is it sounds like you said.
I'm not.
It sounds like you're regretting what you said.
No matter who.
It sounds like you're regretting what you said. It sounds like you recognized that it can't be the case that God can make atheism true in the way humans mean it, while also keeping theism true in the way humans mean it. It sounds like you're recognizing that that's not possible, that doesn't make any sense. It sounds like that doesn't make any sense to you, and now you're trying to pivot.
No. God isn't limited by what you say is true or false. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Can God make atheism true in the way that humans mean it?
But we all have limits.
Can God make atheism true in the way that humans mean it,
in
while
a way
keeping
that
theism
you don't understand?
true?
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
No. The question wasn't about in a way that I don't understand. It's in the way that humans mean it. That's what the question is.
No matter how you put it, you are not all knowing.
Okay, then you're not answering the question. Answer the question. The question is, can God make atheism true in the way that
I just did?
No, you're answering a different question. The question is, can God make atheism true
you
in
are
the
not
way
all knowing? So
this is irrelevant. Can God make atheism true in the way that humans mean it?
So you've just thrown a contradiction out, and I'm supposed to answer yes or no.
Look, yes, that's exactly what you're supposed to do. Yeah. Or alternatively, you could say God can't make contradictions true.
What? Wait. Do you hear? Wait. Do you hear yourself, man?
Yes.
I do
hear myself very well.
You're throwing a contradiction. Wait. You're throwing a contradiction at me, and I'm supposed to answer yes or no, knowing that both are incorrect.
Yeah, because you think that God can make contradictions true.
Holy shit.
You think God can make contradictions true, right? So you should have no problem answering.
God, not me. Wait. It's God, not me. You're
right. So we're asking about whether God can do it. We're asking whether God can do it. We're not asking whether you can do it. Of course you can't do it. We're asking whether God can do it.
Anything.
There's that thought terminating cliche again.
Yeah,
Thanks for being here, Rip. I can only tolerate so much of that.